Guess where we are, guys? We've ventured up to the park. We picked a time during the day when the heat was a little bit less than it has been, and decided to come up onto the park and see the park. I've missed it. The coolest thing happened too is we come walking in the park. As we come walking in, I was just telling my son how excited I was because it's been so long. Sorry, I just guzzled like a bunch of water, but anyways, I was telling my son how excited I was. I had missed the park. And all of a sudden I looked up and there was a huge, beautiful yellow butterfly flying above my head. And I was like, oh look. Of course my phone was inside the little backpack Brandon's carrying our water in. So I was like, dang it, I wish I had my phone out. And then shortly after that, we walked a little bit further and there was a dragonfly. So I feel like that was a full-on greeting. Let's go back this way, Brendan.
There's nothing back there.
Oh. Well, then never mind. We're almost to my tree. I had to pause there as I walked past all the little kids that are playing. I always think people are going to think I'm a weirdo if they think I'm trying to, like, film their kids or something. But anyways, yay, we're here. And we're almost to my tree. I'm so excited. So excited. So I didn't put much makeup on today, guys, because I knew I was going to sweat walking up here. I put enough to where you could kind of see my eyes. But we're almost to my tree. Okay, guys, that was awesome. I got to chill with my tree for a minute. So, hey, guys, so I had a download last night that I would like to share with you guys. Pretty cool. So last night, well, every night before I go to bed, one of the things I do is I set my intentions. If I want to do dream travel, if I just want to sleep, if I want the spirit guides to come in and bring me messages, different things, I always set my intentions. And even if I'm feeling like I'm open and receptive to like multi-dimensional beings coming to visit me, different things like that, I will set those intentions. So last night before I went to bed, I set my intentions that I was asking Source if I am in alignment with my divine feminine. I was asking Source, basically, am I in alignment with my divine feminine? And if not, where do I need to change things in order to be in alignment with my divine feminine? Lately, I haven't been feeling totally in alignment. I think probably pretty much the whole world feels that way, but it's important to me. So I got this cool message, and it was kind of halfway. I was still kind of halfway awake and halfway in a dream state, but or a sleep state. But it wasn't a dream, it was a download. And this is what I was basically told. And I can't say it the way exactly it came in, so I'll just do my best. So I was told that, first of all, no, I'm not in alignment with my divine feminine. And then I kind of asked the main reason why not, or what I could do to change it, or what I needed to do to bring that about. And Source, my higher self, God, whatever you want to call it, Creator, basically told me that in order to be in line with my divine feminine, I have to realize a few things, accept them, and grow and learn and move from them. And one of them is that, okay, one thing that personally irritates me, one thing that personally affects me on a deep level, is when I come across people who, number one, lie and say that they are intuitives, or that they are psychics, or that they're channeling when they're really not, and they're fake. Or when I come across a huge skeptic who calls it fake. So I get really personally offended by that. I try to keep it to myself, but I do. So one thing I've been doing is unsubscribing from a lot of channels where I feel like people are hoaxes, or where I feel like people are faking or lying or being discriminatory towards people in the spiritual community. And man, I've like unsubscribed from a lot lately. I just don't want their videos popping up in my feed because I'm not going to watch them. And I want more room for the important stuff to come in, or not the important stuff not to get buried in the notifications. So lately, I've been really irritated by all of the fake psychics out there, or what I was calling fake psychics. All of the people who claim to have intuition for clout or for personal gain. And I've been personally offended by that, which is throwing me out of alignment with the divine feminine, because Source tells me that everybody out there is on their own pathway. Everybody out there is living this lifetime on their own pathway for their own reasons. We are all on different levels of awakening, awakenment, enlightenment, however. We're all on different levels. And there are some people that they may claim to be something they're not, but that's what they're here to do. Like that's part of their journey. That's part of their pathway. So that would be like, okay, so I can't hold it against them, and I can't judge them, and I can't say, well, I'm better than you, or you're better than you, or any of that stuff, and still be in alignment with divine feminine, because that would be judging them for simply being here on their journey, regardless of what it is. And we're not allowed to do that. We're all on different levels. We're all on different parts of our own journey, and I have to learn how to recognize those people and those things for what they are, and then let them go and not be personally offended by them. But I've had to defend myself a lot in my lifetime. So all this time I've been having to defend myself for being a weirdo or being crazy or whatever people want to say. And now there's all these people who are trying to be like me. That's how my mind has been thinking, right? Not just me, but like the psychics. So I've been like, wait a minute. First, we're condemned for being what we are. Then it's like there's a bunch of copycats. So yeah, I was getting personally offended by that. And I've got to stop that and just let it go and let them be on their journey in whatever place in it that they are going to be. And let them do their thing while I do mine. So that's like one of my goals now, is to learn how to not be personally offended by other people's where they're at in their journey. And if they claim to be a Martian in the sky, I mean, that's where they're at in their journey. That's what they are in their mind. That's where they're at in their journey. And it's not for me to speak on. So I did a video not too long ago with Summer's message, where I was really upset about how I felt like people were exploiting Summer and the missing children for personal gain and all of that, and there were people out there who were stealing each other's work and presenting it as their own, which was really bothering me. And yeah, it kept me in a low vibrational state that completely threw me out of alignment with my divine feminine. So yeah, I'm gonna work on that and learn how to let people be on their own journey and just not take offense to it. Just let them be and love them anyways. Not going to be an easy feat all the time. So, but you know, hey, this thing called life is constantly evolving. And I've got my son with me. Say hi.
Hi.
And I got my little fluff ball with me, and he is so excited to be here. Gizmo, are we going on walkies? All right, guys, that was just a little bit of me blabbering off at the mouth. The other thing that I need to work on to put myself back into alignment with the divine feminine is I need to clean the toxins out of my body and get my weight down. And so I've started a diet, and the main part of it is drinking water. So I've started being a lot more hyper conscious of how much water I'm taking into my body, and trying to get back to a regular exercise routine is important. So those are the things I need to work on to put myself back into alignment. In the meantime, I'm going to show you a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. And then I'll talk to you.